My mother was from Onamia, and her parents lived there. And so when she had that first baby, she went back to Onamia to her mother's and had that first baby. But the rest of them were kind of born up here. I was born right here, this lodge. My only home. They didn't build the lodge until 1924, they started. And he got the logs out in the winter and built in the summer. And then the next year they finished getting the logs out and finishing it. And there was no road in here at that time. And so when the lodge was done, my dad went to the county board and asked them if they'd finish the road 4 miles from the Gunflint in here. And so they did. And so now they had a big party. They had an open house and had a dance and just became real civilized. And we lived here summer and winter. And we all had to board out to go to school. My older brothers and sisters had a lot harder because they didn't get to come home often. My dad would go and get them with the dog. My dad did get a dog team. And my dad would go and get them with the dog team at Christmas and Easter. And my brother and sister stayed at this same family's home. And the year that my sister was born, 2 years after Donald, went to school, the youngest girl in that house was going to get married in the spring. And my mother was worrying about Clio's dresses being all faded out. And here she's going to be at this wedding. So she said to my dad, if I make a new dress for Clio, would you bring it down there? Sure, my dad said. And so he walked 28 miles down to Maple Hill for that dress for my sister for that wedding. So they were. And so when there got to be, when my fifth brother got to go to school, then they moved to Grand Marais and they bought a house, and my mom stayed down there, took care of the children, and they all went to school. And then my dad still trapped. Furs were a very good price, and there wasn't too many restrictions on them, limits. And they started getting limits on beaver first, and so he always trapped. And we all trapped up here. My mother trapped Clearwater after I was here, and us kids could have a trap line. My dad taught us how to set the traps and how to skin the animals. And we mostly went for small weasel and mink, and we didn't catch any bigger things. And that was kind of our spending money. And so we did do that. My mom never wore pants like all the women that came up in this country did. She wore dresses all the time. She had a long coat and a long dress that she wore and a hat that she wore out snowshoeing and trapping. There's pictures at Chickawauk of her there.